Okay, I'm going to review the lesson in your book for 2.2 since you guys are having a hard time with it. And now that you have your books, you can actually follow along with me. So we are on page 93. Alrighty, and here we go. It says, essential question, how can you read and interpret data in a picture graph? So we need to learn how to read and interpret it. So a picture graph uses small pictures or symbols to show and compare information. All right, and it says Nick has a picture graph that shows how some students get to school. How many students ride the bus? They want to know the total amount of students who ride the bus, okay? Now I got to go to my little blue box and it says underline the word that tells you where to find the information to answer the question. Right here, picture graph. Picture graph tells me where I'm going to find my information. Then it says how many happy faces are shown for the bus. Well, I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. That's my answer. 8 happy faces. Not the total number of students, how many happy faces? That's what the question asks. So it says, each row has a label that means one way students go home. This right here is my title. These right here are my category headings. Then I have what's called a key. A key tells that each picture or symbol stands for, and in this one they stand for 10 students. So each happy face is 10 students. And you guys have been working with me on this. I like to find out my totals before I even go any further. And I'm going to go, let me see if I'm counting by 10. So 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now I have my totals. Now I can keep on answering questions. It says to find the number of students who ride the bus, count each happy face as 10. I did that already because I did it ahead of time. So now we're going to count by tens, and we did it over here. So 10, 20, there's my 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Counted the happy faces by tens. So because I did that, I know that 80 students ride the bus to school. So I answered my question. Now we're going to go down. It says, how many fewer students walk than ride the bus? So that means I have to take my bus total, which is 80, and my walk total, which is 30, and I subtract, and that's how I got my answer of 50. That's how I got my answer of 50. Now I go to the next question. How many students were surveyed? They want to know how many in all. So I have to take all my totals, my 30, my 40, my 80, and my 60, and I need to add them together because I want to know how many in all, the whole thing. And your answer would be 210. 210. All righty. Now it says, if the symbol stands for 5 students, how many symbols will you need to show the number of students who walk to school? Okay, so instead of it being 10, they're 5. And I still need to get to 30. So that means I have to count by 5 until I get to 30. So here I go. And I use my hands, okay? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 6. I would need 6 happy faces if I was changing my symbols and each happy face equaled 5, which is what it says here. So my answer would be 6. Alrighty. So let's review on the other side. I know we did this in class, but we're going to do it again just to make sure that everybody gets a clear picture of what we're doing. So using half symbols. When we use half symbols, we are making whatever it is into half of it, okay? So it says how many students chose orange as their favorite fruit. Favorite fruit. Banana, apple, pear, orange. Title. Category headings. And my key. Each happy face is 2 students. Well, half of the picture stands for half of the value of the whole picture. If the whole picture is 2, half of 2 is 1. So half of a happy face is 1 student. So I'm going to count. Here I go. Counting by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8 and a half. Well, half is equal to 1. If I have 8 and I add 1, I have 9. Now that I have my totals, I can come here. See how we counted by twos? We counted by twos. And it asked for oranges. So I'm going to go to oranges. How many students chose orange? 9 students chose orange. 9 students chose orange. Alrighty. Now, in the share and show, it says use the number of books students read, this little chart here, to find our answer. So it says, what does half a book stand for? Well, if one book stands for 2 books, half a book stands for 1 book. 1 book. I just cut it in half. Here we go. How many books did the students read in September? I go to September. Each book equals 2. So 2, 4, 6. And I have half a book. Half a book is 1. So I have 6 plus 1. That's 7 books. I go to the next one. How many more books did the students read in October than in February? They want to know how many more read in October than in February. How many more? So I am subtracting. They want to know from October and, November. Well, November has 2, 4, 6, 8. October has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I'm going to take my 12 from October, subtract my 8 from November, and I get 4 more books. That's how many more? 4 more books. Any questions on that? We can ask in class, but 4 more books, okay? Let's go on and work some of these word problems out that I know you guys had some difficulty with, okay? And I know you guys are going, but the answers are there. Yeah, but we have to figure out how to find the answers. So this was a big one. Yesterday and even today, you guys were asking a lot about how to answer this question. So here we go. How many students chose puzzles? Well, I have to use this chart. So it says favorite games, puzzles, card games, board games. And I know I did this yesterday, and I sent a video out for you guys to watch. So here we go. Puzzles. Each equals 4. So each of these equals 4. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, some of us know how to count by 4s. Some of us don't. So we can add 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 20. Then I go to card games. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus half of 4. Well, half of 4 is 2. So 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 4 more is 12 plus 2, 14. Then I have 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 24. Now I have my totals. Now I'm going to go here. How many students chose puzzles? 20. There we go. If 6 more students voted for card games, so I'd have to add 6. That would be 1 piece and a half. So let me do that. Let me put my half here, and let me add another piece. And then instead of 14, I have 4 plus 4, 8 plus 4, 12 plus 4, 16 plus 4, 20. Then it says, and 4 more students voted for board games. That means I have to add an extra piece to board game. I'm going to put it on the bottom because it doesn't fit there. So I have to add 4 more to this 24, which gives me 28. How many more students voted for puzzle and card games together than board games? So I got to add these two together. So that's 20 and 20. That's 40. And they want to compare it to board games, which is 28. So I'm going to subtract. And my answer is going to be 12 more students. 12 more students. Which 2 types of games did a total of 34 students choose? Well, if I had to go to the original numbers, which was 20 and 14, I would get puzzles and card games. Alrighty. I was more concerned of adding, which was number 5. You guys were really, really confused with that one. Okay, and here we go. Here's another one. Let's look at this. You guys know in your book, when you use these, you can use the QAR and it'll give you a video. The students who went to summer camp voted for their favorite activity. Which two activities received 39 votes in total? We want to know total. So this favorite camp activity: biking, hiking, boating, fishing. The key: little son equals 6 students. So I have to count by 6 or add by 6. I have 6, 6, and 6. Well, 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18, and half of 6 is 3. And 18 plus 6, 19, 20, 21. Put a 21 there, okay? Then I go here. Again, 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 6 more equals 24. I go to the next one. 6 plus 6 plus 6. Well, 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18. Then I have 6 and half of 6. Well, 6 plus half of 6, which is 3, is 9. I have my totals. Now, it says, which two activities received a total of 39 points? I need to add 2 of these together to come up with 39. 2. And I need 39. Well, 24 and 21 is 45. That doesn't work. 21 and 18 is 39. But hold on. Let's check and make sure. 21 and 9 is 30. 24 and 9 is 33. 24 and 18 is 42. So I think our answer is going to be 21 and 18, which is biking and boating. Biking and boating. Those are our two answers. It says, what do you need to find? I need to find which two camp activities received 39 points. We did that. What steps do I need to use to solve this? Count by 6s first, then add. Isn't that what I just did? Yes, it is. Show the steps you used to solve. Oh, look at all those different numbers I added to find my answer. Now here it says complete the sentence. Each son is 6 students. Each half a son is 3 students. Votes for biking together with hiking was 45. Votes for hiking plus boating were 42. Votes for biking plus boating were 39. And votes for fishing plus hiking are 33. All I did was add the numbers I have here. So biking and boating received a total of 39 votes. Alrighty, that was yesterday's lesson. Now we have today's lesson. Okay, today's lesson. Give me a second, I gotta flip to it. In today's lesson, we made these charts. Today's lesson, we made these charts, and we made these charts together, and I told you to take out your books because I know everybody got their books yesterday. Okay? And the essential question says, how can you draw a picture graph to show data in a table? How can you draw a picture graph to show data in a table? So here is my frequency chart. Delia made the table at the right. She used it to record the places the third grade class would like to go during a field trip. How can you use the data in a picture graph? So I need to use this to make my picture graph. So the first thing I did was museum. It has 6. Science Center, 15. Aquarium, 12. Zoo, 9. And today when I asked, what do these numbers have in common? Someone was nice enough to say, oh, they all have 3 in common. So I'm going to keep that in mind. 3 is in common. So it says, write my title. Field trip choices. Field trip choices, there it is. Then I have to write my categories. And I wrote my categories: museum, science center, aquarium, zoo. Next, I had to put my happy faces. But before I can do that, I had to decide what my happy face was going to signify. They all have 3 in common, which means if I add by 3, I can make any of these numbers. So I'm going to make each happy face equal to 3 students. Well, if I have 6, I need 2 happy faces for museum. Science Center says 15, so I got to count by 3s to make 15. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. Aquarium has 12. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12. And a zoo has 12. 3 plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is, 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. That's for zoo, right there. Sorry. All right, so now that I have all this, now I can answer the question. How did you decide how many pictures to draw for the Science Center? How did I come up with the number 3? I looked for a number that they all had in common. And I can make all these numbers by adding 3. That's how I found my answer. Okay, and we did the same thing for Jeremy's marble experiment. We had our tally table up here, and this was our pictograph, and here's our frequency chart. It says, make a pictograph from data you collect. Take a survey or observe the subject that interests you. Collect and record the data in the frequency table, then make pictograph. Decide on a symbol and a key. Include a title and labels. And we did that today in class. We did I believe I asked favorite colors, and we made our own little tally table. But now we're going to do Jeremy. So it says, Jeremy pulled marbles from a bag one at a time, recorded their color, here it is, and put them back. Make a pictograph of the data. So I'm going to use this frequency chart to make this. They decided the key was going to be that each marble equals 2 marbles. So first I put my title in. Then I put my categories in. Now I have to find what number they all had in common. We decided it was going to be 2. So each marble equals 2, which is what they told me. And I look, blue has 4. Well, 2 plus 2 makes 4, so 2 marbles. Green has 11. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, and half of 2 is 1, so I need to make a half. That makes 11. Red was 8. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 will give me 8. Now that I have all my information, I can answer the question. How many more times, we're subtracting again, did Jeremy pull a red then a blue? Well, I look at blue. I have 4. I look at red. I have 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 minus 4 equals 4 more times. 4 more times. Now I go here. How many fewer times did Jeremy pull out a green marble than a blue and a red combined? So I got to put blue and red together. So I have 2, 4 here, 2, 4, 6, 8 here. I combine them and I get 12. And then I'm going to take my green, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, plus 1 more, 11, and I'm going to subtract it, and it's 1 fewer time. 1 fewer time. I hope this helps you guys.